Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestling with Tism, where there is always spectrum on the internet and apparently a soundboard that makes a certain producer man fucking stem. I'm your host, the He-Man James Ebert, along with my cohorts, the Fish and Dish Connection, Hannibal, Ryan. What's going on, gentlemen?
You know, in the near year of us doing this presentation, you know, it's been a real pleasure doing this every week with my boy, the next soap dish, in the big Jay Hebrew himself.
I swear to
you know, every week, I get the joy of coming onto this platform and just breaking James. And that is like my life's mission, is to break him week by week until one day he's thrown in an asylum somewhere, laughing his ass off until eternity, you know?
That will be what I hear him. Those will be the voices in my head, guys. It's just that laugh track.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're just voices in your head.
Yeah, true.
Nowhere else.
Now, do you come to me and understand, though? That's the real question. And do you?
You do sound like you're coming through a tunnel.
Do I sound like I'm coming through a tunnel? God,
do you not think Ryan? He sounds like
yeah. I know why that is. Thank you for
me. Hi. How about now? Can you hear me now?
I could hear you before. You just sounded a little bit wishy-wash.
Now I don't. It was my webcam mic for some reason that was on instead of my streaming mic. Anyway, hi.
So you know, for those who come in here early, you know, and enjoy our conversations, there's something I do want to shout out, which will be, you know, one of our early guests onto the show. You know, proud member of the team. He's part of one of our monthly podcasts, you know, The Queen's Road, which is now our most viewed video on our YouTube. You know, he's part of the team. He adds so much flavor to the show. Dev, wherever you are in the ether, you know, wherever producer man decides to bring you in at. Supposed to be here
because he's not here.
It's not going to be now.
Yeah,
is he not here now?
Yeah, he just
Dev,
left. I don't know what happened. Dev, this is your moment.
This is live television.
How could you do this to us, Dev?
Oh well. You know.
Hey guys, my name's Dev. What's going on?
Dev.
You know, Dev, are you okay? You look a little ill.
I was about to say.
You lost your tan?
I was about to say you look paler than usual.
You know, I haven't been spending a lot of time outside. You know, listen, I feel well. You know, I've been down on NXT. You know, Joe Hendry really hasn't been that great. Like, just it feels like something's off.
It's almost like you're not Dev.
You know, wait, hold on.
It's great.
Hold on, wait. I'm looking at this here. Hold on. Let me get this fixed.
He's trying to get it fixed.
Let's let me get this fixed. My apologies, everyone. Our producer man is fucking useless. There we are. There.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm Dev. I believe in Joe Hendry. Great.
All right.
Great.
All right.
Okay. Goodbye, Dev.
Jokes aside, fun aside, Dad was supposed to be here. He was supposed to be here. Wherever he is in the ether. Okay, every show needs a John. All right. Anyways,
yeah. Still, congratulations to Queens Road, the Queens Road team for doing what they did.
This weekend was the Royal Rumble, and for a preamble conversation, I just wanted to talk about some of the attires that we saw this weekend.
Yeah.
Lash Legend. I'm still new to her, so I'm not familiar with her aura. Okay. But it was a great introduction. If you haven't really.
I don't usually time out for a fucking comment, but Kat, you wrong for this. You are so wrong for this. That is horrific to say.
Okay.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Maybe if it's horrific to say, James, don't highlight it.
Well,
But
let's just move on.
it is what it is. All I'm saying is, she had a great performance in the Women's Royal Rumble. I do believe 5 eliminations in the Women's Royal Rumble. Very interesting purple getup that she had on, and I'm quite unfamiliar with her aura. My favorite attire, though, is Roxanne Perez's Shigo inspired gear from Kim Possible. But Ivy Nile had what I interpreted to be a Fallout inspired gear, but for some reason WWE, when they do gear, have to make it so legally distinct that it loses all reference to what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
I agree.
How'd you guys enjoy the Rumble?
The event, or you just going match by match?
Well, just general. Just general right now.
It wasn't great. It wasn't
Yeah.
great.
General was they had us in the first half, huh? And then it really went down a cliff.
It was very weirdly booked, and what I mean is, unfortunately, because of the crowd, and I don't mean the lights making it look like there was no one there at all, but the crowd, for the most part, are not huge women's wrestling fans. So a lot of people didn't actually start pouring into the venue until an hour in of the show starting, because they didn't want to sit through the whole Women's Royal Rumble. And before anyone tells me, yes, I know people were there. I'm not saying people weren't there. I'm just saying it filled up a lot more after that first match. But I thought it was really weird booking in general. The fact they went from that to AJ's match, which ended up with him, spoiler alert, losing and apparently retiring, but then not retiring, and then definitely being told post-show he's definitely retired. To then seeing the closest person they had on that card to a hometown hero in Sami Zayn also being decimated by Drew McIntyre. So you had a heel win the Royal Rumble for the women, then a heel win and someone retiring who was a big fan favorite, and then another big heel winning against the hometown hero. It just felt really, really weird to me. I thought the booking was just so strange. And even the booking of the Rumble, I mean, look, I don't want to pull out singular performances and stuff, but I was watching the men's Royal Rumble with Graps, and I was about a minute ahead of him at the time when Bron Breakker came out, and I just started laughing. And he's like, "Oh, what's happening?" I was like, "Dude, I can't. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you'll understand." Because I just couldn't believe that's what they did to Bron Breakker. Like,
yeah, dude.
So I mean, I'm not I'm not a big fan of Bron Breakker, right? I don't view him in the way that other people view him. But that's on me. That's a me opinion, right? I know there's other people that think he's the future and all of this kind of stuff. But I think treating him like that was so weird. It just made him look like an idiot, really. And I don't think he deserved it.
No, he did not. It was like the biggest travesty in this Rumble. Like, okay, you have so many people in this Rumble you could have given the Santino spot to. And I get the reason. I get there's a storyline that you're trying to book with Braun. But they should be booking this guy. I don't even know what it is. Like, this is the WWE problem. They like somebody, but they don't like him so much that they're going to push and push and push. They're just like, we'll push you a little bit. And they always go in half-cocked. They never go full in with this guy, and he should be the next Brock Lesnar of Heyman's faction. And then they do this to him. I don't get it, man. I really don't.
Rare WrestleFish defends Triple H moment.
Okay.
The Royal Rumble was not meant to showcase Braun Breaker. He already has a pre-baked storyline that's likely going to take him to face either Seth Rollins or potentially whoever took him out, which is going to be revealed later. And I anticipate that is Omos. All right. Haven't seen Omos in a while. Omos is a very talented person and is ready to come back up onto the main roster. I'm joking. It is Logan Paul. So Logan Paul may very well have been the one who took out Braun Breaker. So it is what it is.
Yeah, you're probably spot on. By the way, you say 3 heels won. Let's just say 4, because let's be honest, Roman's a babyface disguised as a freaking heel at this point. I mean,
it's a bit hard. I mean, he's hardly ever there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where he's supposed to be, like where he fits on the card.
Yeah.
You know, I think it kind of was a little bit obvious, unfortunately, that, you know, it wasn't a big shock. I think I had him in the final like 4 or 5 anyway. Like, so it didn't surprise me that he won, but also it felt very safe. It felt very pedestrian. Like, look, I'm not saying that what they did last year with Jey Uso worked or is what I wanted, but at least it was something out the box, right? It felt a bit different. It felt like whoever was going to win here wasn't going to be getting a new push. It was going to be someone established already that didn't really need the the rub, as it were. So yeah, it just all felt a bit safe. Like I wasn't a big fan. I think that's it. I've got other stuff to say about the other matches, but you know,
like I will say, out of the 2 Rumbles, the women's Rumble was by far the best, in my opinion. I thought it was the best booked. I thought the finish was really awesome. I thought it was a really interesting way they did that finish. Instead of doing just your typical final 2, they did a final 3, and they did a really cool sequence of moves by the end. Brilliantly done. I know some people are kind of iffy on the second half or the first half of that women's Rumble. I didn't mind it as much. But then again, I'm also not tuning into the weekly product or even keeping up to date as much because they haven't really held my interest in a long time. So maybe that helped my viewing experience in a weird way a bit. But I thought that was the best Rumble out of the 2 that we saw that night. Like, I don't even think it was close. Like, by a country mile, it was better than the men's Rumble. Like that. I will say though, the El Grande and El Grande Spider-Man meme, that was funny.
Sure.
I told everybody that was going to happen.
I was so happy you were right.
I told everybody that was going to happen, and it
Yeah.
did. I prayed for that moment, and it happened.
And it happened. It happened, baby.
But speaking of people of faith, speaking of people, we have to bring in our friend Dev. Dev, I'm so glad you got over your illness. You look like you went outside and got charged up by the sun. Hey, can you tell me where you got that beautiful hoodie from?
Yes.
Oh man, it delivered almost as fast as lightning. You can see from this lightning bolt on this hoodie that you can get at shopwc.com. Created by the WrestleCollective at any time at
shopwc.com.
Get it now. Get it right away.
Get it, guys.
Get something black today.
Yes, it is black.
Hold on, I'm confused. It says your name's Ryan.
He has no idea.
Oh my god!
I don't think
it happened. It happened.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
They've swapped bodies.
So wait, hold on then. Wait, hey,
there's Dev.
Is it opposite day?
No, hang on, James. I don't know what you're talking about. That in the red has always been Dev, and that in the blue hoodie has always been Ryan. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm so confused. What's going on here?
It's great. Great lunacy.
Ryan, your thoughts.
Which one?
Hashtag Hayabusa, hashtag CMLL, greatest companies on the planet. Hayabusa should have won the Rumble. It's
not over Joe Hendry. Not over Joe Hendry.
Take your Joe Hendry slander away, Dev. Got no time for it today.
Yeah.
Funny.
Big show.
I'm not here for
stop all that
this
believing.
Anti-Joe Hendry rhetoric.
See, this
I don't believe in Joe Hendry. I believe.
Personally, Ryan, if it were up to me, I would take James and the WrestleFish out. I would just have it be me, you, Hannibal in a 3-way.
You do love your freeways, Dev. That's very true.
I think that's a very admirable quality of you, Dev. I've never seen someone book with such ambition.
Thank you, guys.
We need to see it more often.
Anyways, because apparently I'm white now, I'm gonna go back down.
I just want to point out, by the way, all jokes aside, right? Before we had a production meeting, Ryan legitimately is like, "I'm not gonna come in here," and then Tism happens. He's like, "I want to do some stupid."
That James is lying to all of you. That production meeting did not happen.
Correct.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was arguing with Southerners in a space on X. There was no production meeting for me.
Anyways, Dev, jokes aside.
All right,
how did you enjoy?
We're good.
Yes.
I'm me again.
Thank God.
Let's go Hayabusa 2. He's gonna be in Vegas. And what production meeting? Because I take every chance I can to put myself in. Why would I not do that? Listen, you don't. Right. I love the spotlight. I love my solo shots.
Yeah, till the very end.
Say anything otherwise, that's total malarkey.
All right. Well.
Anyways.
And now you got a solo.
That wasn't even me.
That was Hannibal. He's learning.
Shopwc.com.
Shopwc.com. Anyway, Dev.
Hannibal's currently learning to produce. So so there's some things we're just gonna have.
You're gonna have to learn how to go in the business for yourself.
Exactly.
Dev, what are your thoughts on the Women's Royal Rumble?
I liked it. It was
brilliant. Next one.
Even though it was pretty sluggish, from start to finish, it was a really slow match. But I think there were positives that outweighed the negatives.
Yeah.
With the final sequence, once entrant 30 happened and we got down to the last 9, 10 contenders, then they picked up the pace. It became fluid. We saw a lot of creative sequences and eliminations. Lash Legend got to be super cool at the end until she got eliminated. She got over in Saudi Arabia,
Yeah, Yeah, I
She
think
exceeded expectations.
I think the other problem as well is that as well as the show just being booked weird, the Rumbles are booked weird in that they didn't have 90-second rules or even 60 seconds. Sometimes it felt like 30 seconds. It just seemed to be a madhouse of just throwing people out like it was a speed run. And I'm not saying you have to completely stick to the rules sometimes, but there were times when it was getting far too busy in that ring and they needed to just ease off a little bit.
Yep.
Just kept throwing bodies down there, man. It was a lot. It was a lot for me.
Yeah, it was a bit too much. It felt like it was too crammed at times in there. Like, especially in the men's one, it was wicked crammed at one point.
All right. So I feel like we're just going to skip over AJ and Gunther for now and
Yes, there's a reason.
move on to the other. But before we do, we have one more person right now currently waiting in the wings.
Yes.
Bring up a good friend of the show, our Canadian friend.
Hello, Ash.
Hi.
Hello. Good to see
I love
you.
Canadians.
We love Canadians.
Yeah.
How are you doing, our Canadian friend?
I'm doing very well. I had a nice visit with my grandma. She came by the apartment.
Aw, well, that's adorable. We love that. What were your thoughts on the Rumble? Women's Rumble.
Specifically the Women's
first.
Rumble.
Yeah, right. I didn't
Specifically
watch
the
the
women's.
men's rumble. I still haven't gotten around to watching the men's rumble.
Yeah.
I did like the women's rumble. I liked how there was like a lot of alliances being formed and a heavy focus on the women's tag division with like potential like teams setting up feuds and dissension. I thought that was very well done. They had at the NXT women had a very good showing. Both the call-ups from them and the ones who are still down in NXT. So especially Ruka, I'm surprised she was one of the final three because she had like the out of all the women, her and Lash Legend did very well.
I would throw Kiana James in there as well. I thought Kiana did a really good job. Like, I hadn't seen her in a long time, but what I saw of her, it like drastic improvement. Like, I couldn't believe how good she got.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, all the women had a solid showing, and congrats to Liv Morgan for winning because she's been so close in like almost every Rumble she's in, and now she's finally won the big one. And I'm looking forward to who she chooses, and this could add like some Judgment Day tension as well because I am all for Judgment Day melodrama. I love that shit.
It does appear that Raquel Rodriguez is going to claim the women's championship. Okay, I might be counting my chickens before they hatch. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I'd be okay
as
with
someone
that.
who also enjoys Judgment Day melodrama, you don't have more melodrama than that.
Right.
You know, she's the champion. Liv eliminated Raquel. So what way to one up Liv than for Raquel to do what Liv hasn't been able to do yet, and that's beat Stephanie McCourt.
Yep.
So with that, we did say we were going to skip over the AJ Styles match for now. Honestly, the Sami Zayn Drew McIntyre championship contest seemed rather dull for me. Boring. It dragged. Like, I understand the story that they're trying to do. They're trying to build Sami as a sympathetic babyface, and he is. He's a sympathetic babyface. And this is as close to a hometown that Sami, as presented, is going to have, despite the fact he's Canadian.
Yeah.
He did have the hometown win in Montreal in his actual hometown. But because of his heritage, it was, like a second homecoming for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that people are already trying to set up and say that they're going to make Sami, and Sami's going to go on to WrestleMania next year and he's going to win the big one next year. And that's cool and all, but I was also told that last year. It's always another year for Sami Zayn.
And also as well, like the other thing with that attitude is that if there's one thing that we should have learned by now, it's not to. One of the biggest problems in wrestling, I think, doesn't matter what company you're watching, is armchair booking. It's what you want to see, and you kind of work yourself into a shoot and go in, well, I want this to happen. Like, it's very possible that might be the plan. They might be looking to do that. But if they are going to do that for Sammy next year, they've got a lot of work to do in the meantime to make it actually feel worthwhile, because he's very kind of, I feel this is pushing him back into the mid card and the lower mid card rather than the actual middle of the mid card or the top of the mid card. I think this is a strong delay for him. But James, what was you got?
I just wanted to say too, I felt with this, like, as good as Sammy is, how over he is, I felt the way they built this match, there needed to be a lot more urgency. And I don't feel there was. I feel like it was way too slow paced and it never got into like a third gear. Like, they got into a second gear, like, but they never got into that third. This is like the most reasonable match I can compare this to for Sammy is the one that he had with Gunther at 40. There was a lot of urgency from him. You know, he was attacking him. He was trying to hit him with a bunch of strikes. You know, and Gunther was kind of the slow-paced ones, but he still worked within the confines of what Sammy could do. I feel like that was lacking in this match, like, considerably.
Yeah, it just didn't feel particularly exciting. I think they're good opponents for each other. I just don't think this was a particularly strong showing. And
yeah,
I heard somebody the other day talking about, well, they felt that he lost strong, and you can lose while still looking strong, right?
no,
I don't feel that Sammy did.
no.
I think
Sammy was decisively beaten.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. He was smashed from pillar to post. He showed grit by not tapping out or not going down at the first claymore. But at the end of the day, he was beaten to a pulp and then counted for the 3. Like, I didn't see that. Normally, when I think of somebody looking strong in defeat, it's where they've lost via roll up, or they've lost in a fluke, or they've lost because somebody's interfered. We didn't have any of that. We just had somebody getting beaten and beaten and beaten and then pinned. That's it. So, I don't think.
What is the ultimate example of someone losing strong is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart.
Yep.
Steve Austin, covered in his own blood, passes out, referee stoppage. Okay. That is a great example of losing strong. Getting pinned 1, 2, 3 is not losing strong.
Not when it's like that as well. Again,
Yep.
you know, if it's been like very close and then you lose to someone's finish or something like that, then it can be. But that wasn't it.
No.
But I mean, Ash, am I out of turn? Do you agree? Disagree?
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, because Sammy did look pretty good in there, but at the same time, Drew McIntyre looked very dominant, which is good because this is his first title defense since winning the title. Am I mistaken on that?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
Can't confirm.
Yeah. It's the whole principle of like trying to look strong in defeat, but I get where because that was like the whole thing over this past weekend and a lot of the spaces we were in. And it's just like, I don't think Sami Zayn looked weak, but at the same time, it's just like, I'm not sure, really sure how to feel about the match because I thought it was fine. It did what it needed to do. It tried to like rebuild Sami Zayn as this underdog while trying to make Drew McIntyre this dominant champion. I'm just wondering, like, where they go from here. Like, are they going to continue with this momentum for Drew McIntyre and how they're going to build up Sami Zayn if rumors are to believe that he is going to be slotted to win the title at the Saudi Arabia Rumble. I'm not Rumble, Mania.
Yeah, and this is kind of the problem, right? Is we had somebody in a space, I think it was yesterday, asking what we thought was going to happen at WrestleMania this year, and it's like we've just had the Rumble.
Yeah, it's too early.
The only thing that we know is Liv Morgan will have a title shot.
Yeah,
and Roman Reigns will have a title shot.
Right.
Everything else, who they're going to fight, who's going to be champion by then, The other matches on the card, no one knows.
Yeah, exactly.
we got nothing. This is
Yeah,
why
we
it's the
still have
road to
TV to deal
WrestleMania.
with, right? Before we figure out what's going to happen at Mania.
We've got another pay-per-view and we've got TV. So,
Yeah.
Lots of stuff to go.
God, Grabs, don't bring that out, man.
I
I'm
saw
good.
that space. I didn't listen to it. I'm just like, okay. Sorry. Oh,
I
were they
trust
not?
me.
Oh, sorry.
Wink, nuts. We understand.
Oh,
Dev,
sorry. I meant to say I understood that reference.
there you go. The
There
good
you
old
go.
Captain
That's
America.
how you do
Sorry.
That's how you do
Sorry.
Dev, what
Yeah,
did you think about this match?
I don't think Sammy looked weak. I think Drew looked like a barbarian. I think Drew went and did exactly what he said he was going to do, whatever he has to. And this, it is his most notable win in his heel run, next to probably CM Punk. He was kind of like having to regain momentum after the Damian Priest vortex, and for it to be at Sammy's expense, everybody wins at Sammy's expense. And I also think this match kind of reflects what happened to Drew at Clash at the Castle, but the roles being reversed. He had to, even though minus like that shenanigan at Clash at the Castle, the feeling behind it, the crowd, the connection to the crowd, and the roles kind of parallel each other. So I think it's a good story arc for Drew. And Sammy, he'll be
What's
fine.
next? What's next?
Yeah,
What's next?
he'll be
Sammy?
fine. Do we not like that everything is so open-ended? There's not any appeal to that?
There's not any appeal. I mean, I think that's a bit harsh, Dev.
I don't think anything's open-ended. I think it's very status quo, and I think we're moving in a direction that makes sense for WWE. Take, for instance, in the men's rumble, okay? We've already telegraphed who's winning the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it's Cody.
And that's Cody Rhodes, because Drew McIntyre eliminated Cody Rhodes from the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns must be going after CM Punk, who is the current world champion. Whether or not CM Punk holds the title into WrestleMania is a whole other argument. I just don't see where he could potentially lose the title either. Maybe he loses it at the Elimination Chamber. Maybe other things occur. It is what it is. But Roman is challenging for the world title. But we are also here to fixate on the career of the phenomenal AJ Styles, which may or may not be coming to its end, or may not have come to its end. The match with Gunther has showcased a very interesting last contest in WWE for AJ. Very hard fought, but very much a Gunther match, where these Gunther matches all have the same flow, and relatively speaking, they've been the same. Like Gunther's run, very, again, I've used this word already, status quo. I'm not that impressed. Nothing wowed me with the match. It just made me feel sad that AJ's WWE runs come to an end.
Yeah.
At the end of the match, a defiant AJ Styles puts his gloves back on, panders to the crowd. And the match itself was good, but it's not in my top 5 AJ matches by any means.
No.
WWE.
It's in my top 5 AJ Styles matches this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good.
I think he's had 3.
Well, my point is, the match itself for WWE was okay. It is what it is. I think the match he wrestled with Shinsuke was an infinitely better match at Saturday night's main event. That was a nice little love letter. May very well be the last time we see Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles ever touch gloves again. And it was better than the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 times they wrestled in that regard as well. But what's the room think about his match with Gunther? I will, go to Ash first.
Yeah, we don't talk about that Mania match. That Mania match did not exist.
Stinky.
It was big poopy.
I mean, what Mania
Did
match?
you see?
I only know about the rest of
Did you see?
the
Did you see the Saturday night's main event?
I have not. I have to, and I haven't watched the Wrestle Kingdom match either, so I gotta watch both of them.
Okay, so that was really good. Not Wrestle Kingdom levels, but pretty damn good.
Oh, I mean, compared to the first one, and I remember this was when I was really into Black and Gold, and I thought like this was going to be incredible because obviously I knew who AJ Styles was. I used to like watch TNA for years. I knew who Shinsuke was because of watching him so much in Black and Gold, and I was like, this match, WrestleMania title match, it's going to be like amazing. And I remember sitting there watching it going, this is garbage. Why is this so bad? Why is it so bad? And I don't know why it felt so bad. It just didn't.
And then he kicked him in the dick.
Was good.
It just built expectations. That's probably what it was, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
again, I can't really compare the two, but I just know like how bad the Mania match was because I did watch their Mania match, and I've heard their Wrestle Kingdom match was good, and my immediate thought was, yeah, no shit. Because of course, this New Japan show over here is going to think the New Japan match is better. Obviously, am I right? Despite not watching it yet.
Yeah. No, well, that's the thing. I watched all 3. I would say the Saturday night's main event one was their second best match, but that's not to say much. Their Mania match was the worst because it was a WWE produced match, and you could tell those guys did not need producing. You just needed to let them go out there. So the Saturday night main events match, they rectified that and let them go out there and wrestle. Like that's what I wanted on the SME front. I wanted that for the Mania match when it first happened. I think everybody did. Nobody was expecting them to top what they did at Wrestle Kingdom. If they did, all right, sweet bonus. But like, if you did what they did at Saturday Night Main Event, I would have been content with that. But they didn't. So, yeah. But first one, really good. The Wrestle Kingdom match was like stuff of legend at this point. So.
Yeah. So going back to the main topic at hand, AJ versus Gunther, I thought was really good. I enjoyed it a lot because it's 2 wrestlers I really enjoy. I like AJ Styles. I like Gunther. I have yet to see a bad AJ match other than the Mania match we mentioned. And I have yet to see a bad Gunther match. So the 2 put on one hell of a show. It was a nice fair WWE farewell for AJ Styles. That is, if he does decide to venture on elsewhere. Because I'm looking forward to see what he does next if he's not officially done for real. Because if he goes to TNA, I'm going to follow him there. If he goes to AEW, I'm going to follow him there. I'm just going to follow that man wherever he decides to wrestle because I love AJ and I just wish the best for him, whatever he decides to do.
This should always be the case, right? This is, I know it's not always the case and stuff, but in reality, if you do like a wrestler, you should support them wherever they go next.
Exactly.
Even if you just want to watch their matches and nothing else, fine. But this need to have people back in companies because you don't want to watch the other one, it's just kind of sad.
Yeah.
I mean, my gut, I know that he wanted to be an agent, that he was looking to kind of like work backstage, and ideally he'd had those conversations with WWE and that's what he wanted to do. So I would assume, whether this is the end or not, he might go to TNA for a little bit, but I don't see him going to AEW full stop. And now I've said that out loud, he will come out on Wednesday. but no, I do think he's not going to go too far. I think he will, and I would like to see him turn up in TNA because I think it would be a good way to, full circle that career.
Yeah,
I know it's not where he started, but it's where he made his name.
Yeah.
And I think going back there now when they're trying to have a renaissance would be the perfect way to cap off your career. So that's what I would love to see. If he goes to AEW, great. There's matches that he will have over there that I'll be really excited to see. And I do feel that he would have if he wanted it, a decent retirement run, if that's what he wants to do. But I don't see him moving too far myself. But Dev, what did you think?
Yeah, I think you were on the right track with what you were saying about him being elite. It would pave the way for QT Marshall versus AJ Styles, the match that I personally would have always wanted to have seen. Way up there on my bucket list.
Hang on, let me increase
Styles
that, improve that for you.
versus Big Bill. Like you
Hang on. Where did Dev go?
Dev got removed.
Dev has been caught and compromised to a permanent end.
Look,
beat Dev grabs. I'm bringing.
Here's what I was going to say, Dev. How about this? Because you said AJ QT Marshall, right? Which I think is for some people a dream match, right?
Yeah.
But let me raise the stakes. AJ Styles and the Good Brothers against QT Marshall and the Costco guys.
6, 7.
All right. They got Hannibal as well. All right. So
they removed
James.
my icon on Black History Month chat. So make sure start your hashtag cancel big raps.
All right, me. So
these are the chat.
James.
Yeah.
James. So you have called, or you have watched AJ Styles wrestle for a long time. We've all watched AJ Styles wrestle for a long time. Ideally, right?
Yeah.
What do you want for AJ Styles? Be selfish. I want you to be selfish.
So be selfish. The problem is my selfish is selfless. So this is the part where I'm kind of not an asshole. Selfishly, I'm gonna be selfless, and I want him to get his bag for his kids and get that college fund up, and I want him to go to the dub for that reason. I think Tony would give him a fat payday. I think, there's a lot of fresh matchups that he could easily do there. He's got the history with Kenny. So if you really wanted to go heel Styles with that, have him be like the ace in the Don Callis family since Takeshita's on his way out, could slot him in that role. If you want to just keep him as a solo and keep him babyface, if you want to go heel, it don't really matter which way you go with him. There's plenty of fresh opportunities for AJ in that locker room. And I still think he has a few good years left in him, honestly. Like that dude, yes, he's a little bit slower, but I still think you can give him any one of those opponents in that locker room, and I still think he's going to get like an easy 5-star match with them. That, and again, money. Investment there. Like he's going to be able to fund his college funds for his kids if he goes to AEW, as opposed to going to TNA. And look, if he goes to now, if he's deciding to just hang it up and become a producer and get a paycheck that way, then yes, go to TNA, kind of storybook end your career there. But selfishly for him, I guess, if that even works, I want him to go to AEW so we can get that bag.
Well, ideally, okay, this is what I want for AJ Styles. This is just my fantasy booking. This isn't reckless speculation. AJ will go wherever AJ goes. It just is what it is. But ideally, what I want is at AEW Revolution in March, I want Kenny Omega to beat MJF for the AEW World Championship. I want the lights to cut out I want the lights to come back up.
Yeah.
I want to see a man
Yeah.
rush the ring, clad in a leather jacket and a hood, and attack Kenny Omega from behind, and pick up a microphone and call Kenny Omega a young boy.
This is payback, bitch. You remember back in 2016, New Year's Dash?
You pick it up, you run it while it's hot. There is a small list of dream matches for AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Okay, one of those is Kenny Omega. The next is Will Ospreay.
Yep. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and in current forms, I should say. So, yes, a Leon Slater, match would be really cool to see happen for the Phenomenal One. But it's just another old man puts over young talent on his way out of the business, and it just is what it is. Leon Slater,
we could get both, by the way. We could get both.
we don't know that, James. No. There's if he goes to TNA, he's just going to go to TNA. Hold on. Stop. Name the partnership between TNA and AEW right now.
Nothing.
For that to be able to happen. Exactly my point.
I'm saying he's doing it before he officially leaves the dub, because I don't even think he's done officially.
What I'm saying is, from what I understand, his contract's up.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
expired in February. Expired February 1st, actually.
Never mind.
That's how I was under the impression. Because AJ Styles' original contract was signed ahead of the Royal Rumble. Okay?
Right,
10 years ago. So it would lapse around Rumble season. It's lapsed.
That's fair.
Mathematically speaking, anyways. Whether or not it is or isn't is irrelevant. But before he leaves the Fed, as you say, not dub, if AJ Styles was going to go to TNA, I figured they would have had him wrestle in TNA already.
Yeah, probably.
Before the end of his WWE contract.
I was kind of surprised. Sorry, Ron.
He's been on Slammiversary. No. Bound for Glory.
Yep.
And the debut on TNA on AMC.
Yes.
If they were going to have him wrestle, they would have already done it. I know some people have speculated, well, a lot of people in TNA have been doing Styles classes. You know what? That's cool and all. A lot of people do stunners. A lot of people do leg drops. A lot of people do tombstones. You don't see Taker. Well, you certainly won't see Hogan now. But
yeah,
you don't see Steve Austin coming out of retirement.
Oh,
maybe next year at WrestleMania, but not the point. But just because someone does a move does not mean it's some big grand scheme to gaslight their community into thinking that it's going to happen. Will Ospreay has been doing Styles clashes as part of his regular moveset for a long time.
That's fair.
Does that mean AJ Styles is going to WWE? Either way, that's my fantasy book. That's what I want. I want AJ Styles to come in and challenge Kenny Omega, because that's a match that was set up 10 years ago and it has never been done.
I agree.
So there is someone else I want to bring up to have.
Can I
their
give
perspective.
myself?
Hold on a second, Dev, because let Hannibal get through that, and then you can give your thoughts.
Well, I was willing to drop so we can make room for these two.
Oh no! It's only one, and unfortunately, he's going to have to squeeze right in next to you, Dev.
Yeah.
Brace yourself.
Oh
no!
There we go.
Kurt.
Hey, Dev, my bus seat partner for the day. How's it going? When you going to change that hoodie, bro? You've been wearing that for like 3 weeks.
83 weeks.
Don't you know that the hoodies that we sell on shopdubsy.com.
Very true.
Self-clean.
Hey, what up, Ash? Finally, a real ball knower and wrestling with Tism.
Yeah, it's the one rare occasion where I'm actually off on a Monday.
Shopdubsy.com.
Or to join Tism, where I'm not visiting my dad. That's what I meant to say, because I've been off for the last couple Mondays, but I've been usually visiting my dad, and so I'm free for the day. So yay! That's why you have me on.
Yay! So what are we talking about? We talking about whether you want to see AJ Styles in AEW or TNA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Relatively
AEW.
speaking.
Who the hell is he going to wrestle in TNA? Eddie Edwards? Cody Deaner? Who wants to see that?
Hey, that's the hometown hero now. Hometown
The
man.
hometown
I
hero,
have zero
Cody Deaner?
interest. I have zero interest in seeing
The
AJ Styles
Vanity
wrestle Frankie
Project.
Kazarian.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Like, and I'm sure he's probably already wrestled Dolph Ziggler before in the
Andre
10 years that
Chase.
they were in the Fed together.
They actually
Yeah,
have,
true.
yes. I can confirm yes.
Yeah.
He
But
hasn't
no,
fought
I'm like,
Ryan
go to
Menace, though.
AEW. You're going to get a huge bag of money. You know, like Tony's literally going to bring the bags of money with the little dollar signs on them, like in the cartoons, bro. Cash
Yeah.
money, tax free.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
ask
what
where
I'm
he
saying.
got it from.
Swimming pool full of solid gold coins.
Dude,
You guys want to
like
see
Scrooge
AJ Styles
McDuck,
versus
bro.
Yoda
I'm
Tsuji
telling
at
you.
Forbidden Door?
Yoda Tsuji versus AJ Styles is criminal. Grabs.
Bro,
Holy shit.
tell that producer man to shut the fuck up, bro. Like, who the fuck you think he is coming in here talking about Yoda Tsuji?
On Black History Month.
Oh,
And-
Black
and look-
History
Oh
Month.
no! Look at what Ash has.
Oh, no.
Oh no, Yoda Tsuji.
I can't believe you
Tsuji.
sleep next to that thing, Ash. That thing's so scary. Look at that smile.
Yeah, that's
Like a serial killer.
I would rather have the Annabelle doll in my house.
Dude,
Facts.
seriously.
Funny, my cousin actually has one because she collects creepy dolls.
What?
Oh,
the-
you should give her one of those for Christmas
I was
then.
about to say, yeah.
Get her to
give
complete the set.
Yeah. Yoda Tsuji's
But
a-
no, when it comes to AJ Styles, to me, if he is not retiring, AEW is the only choice to me, because it's like if he wants to do New Japan stuff, he can do that. He can go wrestle Mystico and CMLL if he wants, whatever, you know. And I don't think we're going to get a ton of matches if he does go to AEW, probably like maybe a dozen or less, and then he's going to hang it up for good. So if you're only going to get a handful of matches, you need to really make them count. And like the people you don't want to see him wrestling are all in TNA. So sorry, TNA.
Yeah.
It's what they do. It's what they do.
All right, bro. Like
Mhm.
I'm kind of with Advocate, man. Get that bag, get that little career renaissance. I think he'll
Yeah. Not only will you get a bag, you'll also get a career renaissance because they're going to put you in there against like the best talent like working today.
Yeah.
You know, like they're going to put you in there against Ospreay. They might put you in there against like a Swerve or a Hangman. You know what I mean? They're going to put you in there with people, one, who are going to try their best to like elevate you and make you look strong, just like they've done for guys like Sting and Copeland and Christian, you know, like veterans. Like they do a really good job of making the veterans, you know, sometimes to their detriment, admittedly, but they do a lot to like make like these veterans feel like absolute monsters and world beaters.
Yep. 100%.
And I'm like, yeah, that's the place you want to be.
So let me just kind of like throw something out there, right? Because I don't know about you, but when somebody normally loses a retirement match, you tend to see them like leave their gear in the ring, whether that's elbow pads or boots or like ring jacket, whatever, right? That's what normally happens.
Yeah.
With AJ Styles, he went to take off his gloves and then didn't put them back on.
Yeah.
And then did the Wolfpack, the Bullet Club, at the corners. And I thought this was interesting because on the post show that they had, I didn't watch the post show, but I saw clips from the post show, and both Papa Paul and that idiot from New York, Pete Rosenberg. Both of them were like, no, he's definitely done. I've spoken to him. He's definitely done. It felt like it was almost malicious. And what I mean by that is, by doing that, by kind of like going, no, he he's definitely retired, even though he didn't do, he stopped himself doing it. He's definitely retired. That suggests to me that if he does decide to go anywhere else, it's going to paint a bad narrative. And I just wondered if anyone else, am I over analyzing it? Because I could.
No, I don't think you are at all. I think that is very much because I saw that clip as well, and it does feel like they're trying to do the same sort of thing they did with Cope, when he went to AEW. You know, like they framed it like, oh, he's done, and then they're sort of training the fan base to act like when he does go, it'll be a big betrayal.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, how could you lie to the fans, even though he didn't? You know, like in the build to this, he clearly said WWE. So,
Yeah.
Oh, can we boot Carlos? I know he's not here.
Oh,
but can we boot
Carlos!
him? Did you,
Yeah,
did
really.
you just see his comment?
I
Jesus
did see
Christ.
his comment. Real quick, Ash, Dev, we're gonna cycle you guys out so we can bring Jordan in. Thank you for joining us. Stay around because we do have a fun question, and I'd love to have you guys still.
Oh wait, Ash is leaving. I'm bouncing too late. No, I'm just kidding.
No
I
bouncing.
only came in because she was in here.
No,
I'm just kidding, guys.
we'll all be here. We'll all be here by the end. We're gonna have a fun question for everybody involved that's still in the chat.
Are we gonna play a drinking game?
You're close. You're close.
Not too far off, Advocate.
You're actually not
surprisingly.
too far off, believe it or not. But yeah,
Zack
we'll bring you
Sabre
back.
Jr.
You have to take a
is
shot
another
every
name.
time James randomly apologizes for something. We're all gonna get wasted in like 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Real quick, yes, Zack Sabre Jr. Absolutely. Zack Sabre Jr.
Hell fucking yeah.
Definitely give me that. Also,
Then
thank you.
back from Rev Pro. That's how Zach got his first Rev Pro title from.
Exactly. See, Ash knows. Thank you all so very much, by the way, as you see the merch that Dev is wearing right now. ShopDubC.com is where
ShopDubC.com.
Support the homies.
Support the homies. In fact, hold on. We got another advertisement. Look at this. ShopDubC.com. Go check that out.
That's enough of that.
ShopDubC.com.
And yeah,
we are about to jump the shark on ShopDubC.com.
And also, thank you to the 100 of you that are watching us right now. Appreciate you.
Indeed. Thank you.
We will bring you back later, guys. We will remove you for now. Let us bring up the host of this shiznit, shall we?
There we go.
Dictator Slick.
Dictator Slick.
Oh my
Oh, no,
God,
we
is here.
Oh,
no.
you.
Oh no, Slick's here, run.
Nah. Run away.
Man, how y'all boys
Slick.
doing today?
All hail Slick.
Oh,
man.
Slick eats the sun and drinks the sky, and they both go with him when he dies.
For those who don't know, that is the North Korean like anthem or something like that.
That's fucked up, man.
How y'all boys doing today?
I'm good, brother. How are
I'm not
you?
doing as well, Slick, as you, Slick Jong-un.
Jesus fuck.
John.
Slick John is crazy.
Well, Slick, you can take that offline with Graps. I'm not getting involved in that.
We love you, brother.
We love you. We love you.
Yeah.
I'm
Go ahead.
doing good. I'm just I'm
Slick Jong-un is a hard ass handle.
Right. I may have to take that.
Yeah.
No, I'm chilling, man. I'm currently, for those who are into Fallout or play Fallout 4, I'm currently trying to. I'm keep getting killed by the Savage Deathclaw, and if you know what that is, if you know, you know, it is very hard. I've died like 8 times, but I'm good. Just been watching y'all, listening to y'all. Wanted to chime in on this AJ Styles, because I think, contrary to some popular belief, I don't think he's going to AEW. I think he legitimately will go to TNA, have his Kazarian match, probably have a match with Santana, and then truly call it quits, and truly retire. He's been very adamant over the years that he doesn't want to wrestle past a certain age. He's got
he ain't that age until next year, though.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. You know, this year would be the year to wind everything down in TNA to get, to hit those marks that he wants to hit.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't think AEW he doesn't have an interest in AEW. You have to remember, he's been with WWE for 10 plus years now, longer than he was with TNA. And he was extremely loyal to TNA. I believe the man, Alan Jones, I believe is a loyal individual. And I think he's loyal to those who are loyal to him. And for all intents and purposes, WWE and TNA have been good to him. I don't see him leaving to go to like I said, it'll be TNA or some sort of possible backstage role. I personally would love to see him on, do the podcast circuit. I think that guy's got tons of stories to tell.
Yeah, that's fair
that I would
too.
personally love to hear. But no, I don't. As much as I would love to see Kenny, AJ, Kyle Fletcher, AJ, Will Ospreay, AJ, Swerve, AJ. As much as I would love to see those matchups, given the nature of the man the little bit that we know of him, I don't see him jumping to go to AEW.
We'll have to agree to disagree because, like I said, I don't think this is. I think it's about getting that bag.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is like that one last payout.
Yeah.
TNA can't afford to pay him nothing. Like
That's
at the
what
end of the day.
That's
what
Well,
I'm
but
like.
it's not TNA who would be paying him. It would be WWE.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like WWE didn't even pay any of the TNA people to fly to Saudi Arabia, but they're going to pay him $2+ million to wrestle for their partner. I don't see that happening. I'm like, if there was an opportunity for WWE to really put TNA in like a position of strength to like take on AEW, they would have done it already. I'm like, they haven't sent anybody who isn't in NXT.
Yeah.
I'm like, AAA, which they own part of, they'll send WWE people to, but not TNA, except for AJ Styles to come say hi.
Today, if I am, hopefully I'm not mistaken, but I believe today, officially, he's a free agent.
I believe so.
Today.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but I do, what I've heard.
That being said, we know how this isn't like the 90s where you're going to wait a couple of days. This isn't like the days of old where we have 90-day no competes. There's a chance that he could show up Wednesday. What do you guys, and I want to put this to the room, what percentage chance do you have it at?
0.
What, for AEW?
Yeah, that he shows up.
I don't know if he's going to show up on Wednesday. I would think probably if like the earliest, if he does show up, because like I said, this is a big if. He might just legitimately retire. I think if he doesn't go to AEW, then that really is the end. And we're all reading too much into him not, taking his gloves off.
Yeah, I'm with Ryan. I don't think he shows up tonight. Not tonight, but Wednesday. I don't think he shows up.
Grand Slam would make more sense because it's going to be like a big crowd. It'll probably be like 8,000 people there.
That I could see.
I
think Revolution. I
laid down my fantasy booking earlier. I think it's going to be Revolution. Yeah. It's just that it's fantasy booking. Don't read too much into it. But it's been a while since the pay-per-view ended with a shocking debut.
Yep.
Of somebody. And
I guess
Tony early on, or not really early on, Tony beat that to death for a while. And I feel like this would be a cool opportunity to just do it, especially if we are fast tracking Kenny Omega to the world title, which it looks like we could be doing.
I just want to point out that AJ did turn around and say that he wanted to retire when he was 50. Okay. Commendable and believable. But somebody else said they were going to retire by a certain age. And that is Cody Rhodes. And he is past that age with no sign of stopping. So, I'm just saying, wrestlers say stuff.
I mean, true, but Cody Rhodes is a known liar.
Yes, but
I mean, to be fair,
but his style is flat earth.
But
that is
everybody.
very true. That is very true.
But I was going to say, most wrestlers are liars. I'm pro wrestling is a art form that foundationally is built on lying. 100%. So I'm I don't hold any wrestlers. That guy said when people say oh, you said this in an interview, you said that in an interview. I'm this is all this is the new kayfabe. I'm you can't believe nothing. It's all part of the show.
If I've learned anything over the last 5 years of this industry, 6 years really, since AEW has been a thing, and everything that's happened since then, never say never in this fucking industry. Never. That's the lesson I learned the hard way. All right, so there you go.
I personally, I hope, to see him go because I would like to see those matchups. Some matchups that we haven't gotten to see.
Me too.
There is a whole storyline that has been sitting cold for decades that we now have an opportunity to pay off with the Young Bucks and Kenny, because they are the ones who kicked out AJ, even though that's kind of how their leadership goes and changes hands. So it's not like a beef thing, but it would be a really cool bit for AJ Styles to come in and be like, "What the hell, guys?" And they're like, no, that's just how we do things here. You know what I'm saying? Skate around that. But I don't know. Like I said, the chances I just got it at I have the chances at less than 10.
All right, fair enough.
I'd like I said, I would put it at right now. I would say I'm 50-50. There's like sort of the paranoid part of my mind where it's like, oh, this is like subterfuge. I'm like, oh, like AEW fans are getting set up for disappointment, and like the people who are pumping up AJ Styles coming, are like doing so disingenuously to like give AEW fans something to be disappointed about, maybe.
Yeah, like I'm with you.
But that's the paranoid part of myself. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I'm more 51-49 in the direction he will retire, but the chances for him going to AEW aren't zero, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm like, he go get a whole bag of money if he want to go to AEW, and I'm like, what a way to retire.
That would be great. That would be great for him and his family. He's got kids, bro. Did you hear? He's got kids.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else you wanted to add, Jordan?
Really, I just want to say I love this team. You guys do a great, fantastic job wrestling with Tism. I love to see the growth that you guys have had since joining the collective. For those who don't know, Wrestling with Tism started out on Spaces, which was great. And I pitched and gave the idea to, hey, I think you guys deserve to be on YouTube. I think you guys deserve a bigger platform. And you guys have taken the baton and ran with it. You are one of the flagships of the collective, and I am incredibly happy to be working with you guys. And speaking of the collective, I want to give a very special public thank you and shout out to everybody who tuned into Queens Road last night. That was a very, very great episode. Incredibly proud of that team. Very happy about the episode. They talked, their black female wrestlers, Mount Rushmore, as well as covering the Women's Rumble. A lot of things that they covered. So if you love women's wrestling, please check out the Queens Road Collection 4. And of course, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As you guys know, the Collective Signature Show weekly will be on Thursday. So very excited about that as well. But have a great rest of the show, you guys. Kill it.
All right.
Thank you very much. It is
good,
appreciated.
brother.
And just to confirm how much we have grown, I can't speak for the other two guys. I am now 3 inches taller than I was before I joined the collective. So almost 6 now. Almost 6.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, my waist is definitely bigger. That's for sure.
Slick, before you go.
Slick.
No, he's gone.
Slick went away.
Gone.
If somebody could get Slick back in here, I would definitely like to
All
get
right.
his thoughts on this. We'll bring
while we had him, it is what it is. We'll rotate him back in.
Yes.
So I think we all talked about what we want, or what we want, anticipate, or desire for the what's next for AJ Styles conversation. This is the fun question for the episode as we start to wrap things up, because this could take 5 minutes, it could take 20, depending on how many ball knowers we know in this group.
Yes.
What is some of your favorite AJ Styles matches? And please do not say Wrestle Kingdom or Unbreakable.
Yeah.
And I'll go first, I guess, with this, since, this is very fresh in my mind. AJ Styles, Kota Ibushi at Invasion Attack. I just watched that probably for the first time, and probably since the match happened. It gave us a little bit of the teases of Kenny Omega's eventual betrayal of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a little bit of the teases of Kota's and AJ's inevitable reunion with each other. It was a pretty fun match. I think it lasted. It was a 35-minute match, I think, something in that ballpark, and they really took it to each other. Kota just was freshly in the heavyweight division, off the junior, after debuting the heavyweight division, I should say. Yep. So it was a fun contest. You give it to the floor. Any order.
I can go if you guys don't mind.
Go for it,
So probably the most surprising one to the people in here and listening, knowing me, would be AJ Styles versus John Cena from Royal Rumble, whatever.
Wow.
I don't know what year. 2016, I think. Or no, 2017 maybe.
Wow, yeah, it was 2017. Really? I remember watching that in my friend's house.
Yeah, so you have to also remember like where I'm at when I watch this match. I've only been watching wrestling again for 2 years. So this is like me sort of giving, because I got into it because of New Japan. Thanks for taking away the Nakamura match. Like knew somebody was going to, snatch that, the 3-way match, I got Dev visited here. He'd be crying.
Well, to be fair, those aren't unsung. Those are heralded.
Yeah. But so when I saw this match, because I was really trying to get into the WWE, but I was really I wasn't feeling it. And I remember this match, I was just this had been the best match I had seen in the WWE since I had started watching wrestling again in 2015. And so this it's one of my all-time favorite matches for that reason. And it's where I sort of my interpretation of who I thought John Cena was as an outsider changed because of that match.
Yep. Dude,
I was this guy can hoop, he's fucking good.
Complete unrelated note, but somewhat related to your point. Mauro Ranallo added so much to that match. God, I love that man on commentary.
And then one other match I want to shout out, which is funny because I just watched it today. I had seen a clip on Twitter. It was AJ Styles versus Bryan Danielson in ROH.
Yeah.
And the clip that I thought was so fascinating. It was Bryan Danielson trying to defend from the Styles clash, and he's holding on to the ropes and AJ is throwing his head, and it was really cool. And then so I was okay, well, now I got to go watch this match. And I watched it. It was a really great match. So I just wanted to shout that one out too.
Yeah, that's a good show. Yeah.
It was really great psychology. I just really thought that was really cool of Bryan Danielson. He's so worried about this move that he's desperate. He's taking power bombs to avoid it. And every time AJ tries to get his leg over his arms, Danielson is scrambling away. It's just really high level stuff. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, fair enough. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next just because I can't think of a particular one, but I can remember the first time I saw AJ Styles, and it was early days of TNA, and it was an X Division match. And if I remember correctly, it was a 3-way with him, Jerry Lynn, and Amazing Red.
Yeah,
I think that was a 3.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, it may have, no, it wasn't. It was before they had pay-per-view, so it was on their pay-per-view show
weekly.
Yeah. Before they had an actual
pay-per-view. The $9.99 a month show, I think.
Whatever it was, yeah. But it was. I was watching WCW a bit when AJ was there, but I didn't really remember him there. So basically, when I saw him in TNA, that was the first time, as far as I was concerned, I'd ever seen him. And I'd seen Jerry Lynn, but I'd not really seen him do the stuff that he was doing in TNA, because in WWE, WWF at the time, he was very watered down.
Yeah.
So you know, again, the whole thing was a revelation. Amazing Red I'd never seen or heard of before, and he was just doing crazy stuff. Jerry Lynn was just doing all this stuff that I was like, damn, how did I know? You know, I never knew you could do this stuff. And then AJ was just like a breath of fresh air. Like everything, especially in those early days, everything looked so crisp. It's the only way I can describe it. Like everything looked immaculate. The drop kicks, the spiral tap, everything just looked like it was done perfectly. It was so weird. Like it's the only way I can kind of describe it. But from that point on, seeing that and knowing there was a whole division around it got me right into TNA. At that point, I was like, I wasn't getting what I wanted from WWF. This was giving me something I didn't know I needed or wanted. But yeah, he turned me into a TNA fan, and he was by far my favorite thing on TNA for most of the 12 or so years that I kind of was quite religiously watching it.
Hear it. That's a good one. I'm going to go with the Daniels matches. You could pick any one of these. I thought that feud, minus the Claire Lynch angle. Oh God, the Claire Lynch angle.
About that.
Oh, we don't talk about that. But the matches between them, some of the best in TNA history. I don't think that those matches get nearly talked about enough. And maybe part of that is because it was in such a weird era in TNA. Like they were just transitioning and they were about to they just transitioned into Impact Wrestling and they went to blue and silver because they wanted to be like SmackDown now instead of Raw. I don't know.
Or WCW Thunder.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, but the matches themselves were like really, really good. I'll also put the one that he had with Bully Ray up there. I don't think that gets talked enough about. You know, Bully, you know, had a career renaissance during that time. Both of his matches with Bully Ray were really good. Like the one that he had the first time before he was in the Aces and Eights, and then after when he won the title. Those would probably be mine. You could also lump in the other three-way, not the Unbreakable one, but when he was the champion, him, Daniels, and Joe rematch for the TNA World Title.
That's a good one.
I think that gets slept on because the first one was so damn good for the X Division title that I think a lot of people forget that they had a rematch for the World Title when AJ won it out off of Sting. So, yeah.
I think you were an actual terrorist. You just sat here and just pitched that Bully Ray and AJ Styles wrestled a great match.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. I watched both of them. They were pretty solid.
They were very good.
I disagree. I disagree.
Hey, I'm a terrorist.
Positive things about Bully Ray. Thank you.
You know, it is what it is. Art is subjective, everybody, even if you like terroristic things. All right? You know, it's one thing for him to say it. She likes Yoda Suji. All right. Respectfully, Ash.
Yes.
What are some of your AJ Styles matches that you?
My memory is so trash because usually when I watch a match, it's usually just one and done, and it's like I hate to be this person, but the ones that stand out to me the most, because I'm trying to draw a blank, because I haven't watched TNA in so long, I'm trying to figure out like what AJ matches of TNA that I enjoy, because I did watch TNA. I'm trying to figure out like who did he all wrestle that just made me go, wow, that was so fucking amazing. And the ones that stand out, and I hate to be this person, is all 4 of his John Cena matches. Which is because
y'all remember his match against Sting in TNA for the title?
Yeah.
Y'all seen that one? Oh, that was a great match.
What year was
I really like it.
Yeah, I want to say 2007.
Yeah,
Okay.
something around that time.
Because keep in mind, I only started watching TNA in the summer of 2010. So I watched. This is my timeline of TNA. July 2010 to December 2015.
Oh God, you were in the
Oh, you
Hogan
came in
era.
for Hogan, brother.
Trenches.
You was in the dark times.
Yeah,
Deep,
Oh,
deep in Vietnam.
yeah.
Deep in Vietnam right now.
No,
Okay.
you know
So you
what?
can
I
understand
feel
why
like
I'm trying to like pull out of my mind like what happened in TNA that time that I really liked from AJ, because AJ was one of my favorite wrestlers in TNA. He's one of the reasons why I tuned into TNA.
To be fair, at that point in time, he'd been there since the beginning. So that was 2002. So we're getting into what, year 7, 8 of his run, and he'd been a top guy for a fair bit of it, or certainly towards the top. You know what I mean? And I think by that time, especially because of who they'd brought in and what they wanted to do with the show, he was not really kind of put in the positions that he had been 2, 3, 4 years before.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that as well.
Although I will say there was one match of his that I watched that really stood out to me, and that was his TV title match he had with Doug Williams. I really enjoyed that.
That's
one.
a great one.
I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember when that was, but goddamn, I love that match.
It was definitely on a Monday Night Impact. But that one's a good one. That one's a good one. I'll give you that. Hey, Jordan.
Hello.
What about you, good sir? Unsung AJ Styles matches, and why are we treatment? There you go.
My unsung AJ Styles match. That's a tough one.
It's not Wrestle Kingdom or the Unbreakable Triple Threat. That is surface level AJ Styles.
I mean, I don't have a match, but I have a run of his that I really particularly enjoyed. If you allow me,
go.
When he was mini Ric Flair, that was fantastic.
You really like that, huh?
I did when he was doing the Ric Flair.
The gay community.
One, if you go back and look, like God, AJ was mad young, super young.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I don't know. I just something about that time period, that capsulation of TNA, especially at that time where TNA was just kind of, that was like pre-Immortal.
The gay community.
The start of Fortune, so you had Fortune, and it was this weird time of TNA, and you had AJ Styles, your top guy, mimicking Ric Flair. I mean, he had the robe and everything. It was great to me.
I had the belt.
Ric Flair.
They had the belt. They did the screw job.
Yeah, Slick Flair liking a Ric Flair style gimmick? Nah, I didn't know that.
They even put AJ Styles in an asylum.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a deep cut.
God,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's funny. No, I would definitely, but that run, I would have to say, or again, maybe not a match, but that. When he was kind of a tweener, semi-heel in TNA.
The No One Run?
The No One Run, that was a good run. That was a good run.
That
was the start of AJ getting on gear. But,
then he worked himself into a shoot, and then he really was no one until he went to New Japan.
well, no. If you remember during that time, it was so crazy because he was the last one to stay.
Yeah.
Everybody else around that time was on the outs. They were leaving. And he was staying, and then I believe it was a contract dispute between him and Dixie Carter, and he was like, "All right, that's the last straw. I gotta go."
Yeah.
So
they
that
hit him with that pay cut.
Yeah, they did.
Asking AJ Styles to take a pay cut is absolutely tremendous.
Criminal.
But Dev, you have not given your.
No,
I couldn't blame them because they had no money.
Thanks,
but Dev, you haven't given your AJ match yet. Wherever you are,
Dev.
AJ Styles versus CM Punk versus Grande Americano in a Money in the Bank triple threat qualifier match. Unsung.
Terrorist.
Unsung matchup.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Absolute terrorist.
Do you see the way he's talking to me on this glorious month?
On this glorious spot. You know what?
All right.
You know what,
Let's
Ryan?
we
Hey, Ryan.
And
we have one
on
more
that-
person.
Not on that.
We have
note.
what? Do we still have
We do.
We do.
the other guests down there? Okay,
Yes.
let's go ahead and bring up Tay.
Hey, Tay. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Subject matter, Tay. I hope you're having a wonderful day. But our subject matter at this point in the conversation is our unsung AJ Styles matches. What is your favorite AJ Styles?
Did you hear
match
mine, Tay?
that isn't surface level?
Don't listen, Steph.
Don't listen to Dev.
You know what, Dev? I did hear yours, and it is.
Did you like it?
It is extremely terroristic.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think. It's so hard because a lot of what I know of AJ Styles is WWE. So, I wouldn't say the match between them specifically, but the aura of him versus Shinsuke to start off the 2022 Royal Rumble match was insane. I was in the building for that.
Yeah, fair.
And listen, I was also in the building for their was it Last Man Standing at Money in the Bank? I was in the building for that one.
Yeah, no.
In 2018.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, if we're gonna include Rumbles to kind of circle it back full circle, we should. I'm surprised none of us picked that 2016 Rumble too, because nobody thought that was gonna happen. I still.
Oh, when he debuted, yeah.
You mean you didn't believe what was reported for the 4 weeks leading into the Royal Rumble that AJ was done with New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Would you like to know something, Fish? I had no idea because I, again, at the time was only watching WWE. So, and I knew who AJ Styles was, but no one else in my house did. So when he showed up and his name showed up on the Tron, I was like, holy shit. And my parents are like, who the fuck is that? And then he slowly became, and not even slowly, he very quickly became like one of my entire family's favorite wrestlers ever.
See, the problem is that I'm hearing too many people only seem to know AJ Styles with long hair, and I feel sorry for everyone that only knows him with his
hair, brother.
Soccer mom haircut. It's not right. We are going to be wrapping up though, but before we do, as we used to do on Collective Spaces, we wanted to end tonight's show with a fun question.
Yes.
James, you want to tell everybody what the fun question
We're gonna lightning round this for everybody here, okay? I want to know what your favorite soda is. I'm gonna go first because apparently mine's terroristic, according to some people in this freaking room.
Everyone.
It is
not terroristic, just stereotypical.
Oh, stereotypical, something like that. Yeah, Mountain Dew Code Red.
Is that not the most James drink you've ever heard of, people? Come on.
Brother, I like regular Mountain Dew. I just can't drink it no more because they done something to the dye. It's
I feel bad because y'all can't see my face, but James, that is also my favorite.
Yay! I'm not the only one.
James is not alone no more.
Do you guys ever think you talk about Mountain Dew too much?
No.
I feel like Mountain Dew gets brought up. You should get a sponsorship. I feel like it gets brought up once a show.
We talk about Mountain Dew too much for us to not be sponsored by them in some way.
True. Ash, you were saying, go ahead.
I said do the do.
Do the do.
I like the slogan. I don't like the drink, but I love that slogan. I love saying it.
Y'all need to get on. Y'all need to get on that Robinsons that Hannibal sent me.
Squash, baby, squash.
Yeah, squash. That's how we do it now. We squash drinkers.
So, Ash, speaking of your favorite soda, go.
Does iced tea count as one?
Does it come
or
in
is that a juice?
No, that is a tea, not a soda.
Yeah,
okay, then root beer.
Root beer.
There you go. Okay, we got root beer.
Dev.
Well,
Dev's gone.
just left. Dev does not want to give this.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure Dev's.
Here comes Bet. Here comes Dev. Up. Here's Dev. Up. There goes Dev. Here comes Ben. All right, go, Dev.
Root beer.
Okay. Yeah.
Another root beer, man.
Another root beer. Root beer lovers. All right.
Advocate.
Oh, I think we've talked about this before. Diet Coke. It's not that exciting.
Yeah, you and my dad would be great friends.
Yeah, I am a
Hannibal.
Diet Coke fiend. I drink way too much of it.
Yeah.
I do
Hannibal.
have another one that's not Code Red.
All right,
Mountain
EJ.
Dew.
Go ahead, Tay.
So mine would probably have to be, like the Crush sodas,
Okay, which one?
Yeah.
the grape one.
Ooh. Somebody likes grape soda here?
I do.
If I drink a lot of alcohol, I'm an alcoholic. But if I drink a lot of Fanta, am I fantastic? Hannibal, what's your favorite drink?
Ah!
So, my favorite is probably Cherry Pepsi Max. It's the one that I drink the most. I drink far too much of it over the years, which is very similar to your guys' Wild Cherry Pepsi. It's very similar to that.
Mhm.
But I also really liked, although very hard to get for me, but I did a coconut Dr. Pepper about a year or so ago.
I'm sorry,
And
what?
that was coconut Dr. Pepper.
That's not a bad what. That's a good what.
Yeah. Loved that shit. But it was very hard
So-
to get discontinued.
To the surprise of absolutely no one, the WrestleFish's favorite soda is a very citrus flavored drink.
It's water because
green.
you breathe it.
This is
Green,
true. You are the WrestleFish. You like water.
It is a green drink. It was very popular in its time. And it's not Mountain Dew. It was Volt. Okay. Coca-Cola somehow beat Mountain Dew, beat Pepsi. They produced a citrus flavored drink. It was their main competitor to Mountain Dew. And it was discontinued in 2012, I think. It was they marketed it as an energy soda, and this is what it is. Can't find it anymore. It's in a distant memory. They say that Mellow Yellow and Surge are comparable. It's not.
It's not. It's not.
They lie. They lie to you.
I do like Mellow Yellow, but it's not Mountain Dew. It's not Mountain Dew.
So join us for
It's not Volt either,
No,
James.
it's not Volt.
Join us with Wrestling With Tism next week when we will be revealing what our favorite color of monster is.
Oh my God. That's a fair point.
So, James, I
Black.
think we'll wrap it up.
Yes.
But before Wrestling With Tism next week, what's going on this week, boys?
Exactly. It's time to plug.
Plug.
James,
Thank
wanna
you,
do
everybody.
it, or
Yes, I will start off first. First of all, thank you, everybody, for our guest, our lovely guest, for joining us. Go and follow them on every assortment of channels. I'm sure we'll plug them at some other point. But yes, thank you for joining us, guys. As far as us goes, you can check us out on youtube.com at the WrestleCollective right here on YouTube, WC Worldwide as well. I'll let the boys actually take over on the plugs on the actual shows that are going on. On my stuff, the SRS front, which if you're watching on the SRS Studios account on X, go subscribe as well to the Wrestle Collective. We are going to be doing a whole bunch of Jersey J-Cup stuff going on. So we're going to be doing watch-alongs for that, and I believe we're going to be doing Battle Ride as well. So be on the lookout for that. Those are the watch-alongs, I think, for this week. As well as stay tuned for Hot Dog and a Handshake. Big thing. It's kind of a joint collab thing, but produced by SR Studios. So check it out. It should be a fun one. That's going to be with JJ and Carlos. So go check that out, guys. Tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. EST.
oh,
And with
well,
that,
I'll be there for that.
I'll leave the floor to them.
Fish, do you want to rock paper scissors this bad boy?
There you go.
All right.
I've got it.
I think
Okay. So, Monday nights on Twitter, we have the Monday Night Raw review with Carlos and Dev and Abel. That will be happening 15 minutes after Raw goes off the air.
Yes.
On Wednesday, you can join myself and the WrestleFish himself, the Fish and Dish Connection, as we do Light the Fuse over on Twitter at 5:30 p.m. Eastern or 10:30 p.m. if you are in the GMT area. There is also another space, Wednesday Night Chaos, with Carlos and Abel and Dev, which is your post-Dynamite review show. So we're the pre-Dynamite review show, preview show. They're the post-Dynamite review show. And that'll be 50 minutes after Dynamite goes off the air. And then that is it for spaces. We do random spaces. So if you follow the collective account, if you follow Advocate or myself or Dev or the Fish or Brian or any of the other members of the Wrestling Collective, you'll always see spaces when we do them, but they could be just popping up at random. And we just had the Queen's Road podcast yesterday.
Yes.
That is still available for replay purposes, but the Wrestle Collective podcast is what we do on a Thursday, new start time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Come and join us there. We had a really fun show last week with some games and shenanigans. It was a good time had by all. Check the replay. And back to a regular episode this week, as my cat has joined me for the closing statement. So,
well, we absolutely gotta show the cat here on Wrestling with Tism. I mean, it's gotta happen.
Just got a towel in my face. It's just all over the place.
Some people accuse you never being able to get tail in your face.
Exactly.
That's true.
People say I can't get pussy, and I've got her right here.
Hey,
Wednesday. So yeah, that is it for this episode, right? I think that's everything.
Yeah, that's everything.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching. Probably, I think, our best flowing, at least, Wrestling with Tism this time. No mistakes, except for me clicking on Dev too many times when producer man. I'll call myself on that and publicly. That's my bad. But thank you all so much.
God damn it, James.
I do deserve that. God damn it.
Coming soon to
shopwc.com.
Yeah, god damn it, James. Sure, probably. But yeah, thank you all so very much for watching. This has been Wrestling with Tism. And next time you see us, there will always be a little bit of spectrum on the internet. Take care, everybody.
Ladies and gents, thanks for stopping by. And until next time, this is the Wrestle Collective.